Hi guys, welcome to my new video. So I've set up a lovely little arrangement here today, and I'm really trying to work on lighting because I'm noticing that a lot of my videos are quite dark, so I hope this one comes out better. Okay, so I have all my makeup in front of me. I have my brushes, I have my makeup, I have my new candle, Bow Avenue Pink Taffeta. Oh my god, I love this smell. It's just so beautiful. Okay, so in today's makeup look, I'm gonna try and do like an ethereal pink, really girly, like dewy makeup look for you guys. So I hope you like it. And some of the products that I'm gonna use, I'll go through them as I put them on, but I'll link them all down below, and then you guys can like go and buy your favorites. Okay, let's get started. So I'm gonna do like a chit chat one today rather than like a voiceover that I normally do. So if I mumble, just mute me. Okay, so to start off with, I am gonna be mixing my go-to foundation, which is MAC Studio Fix Fluid. This is an NC15 because I'm super pale right now. Not been tanning, nothing lately, so that's why I'm super pale. And I'm gonna mix it with NYX Liquid Illuminator, and this is in the shade Sunbeam. It was between this one and like a gold one, but I thought I really love these pink dewy feels, especially when I'm practicing like for bridal stuff, so this is ideal. Okay, so I'm gonna mix that together, so I'm just gonna put some on my fingers and then rub it together and just put it all over my face like I would like a moisturizer or any other kind of primer that you guys would use. And you can just see instantly that you get that complete pearl effect. And I'm just like patting it in because I want it to go in to my pores. Okay. So you can see that already, like that glow. I mean, if I was just gonna wear this on its own, then I probably wouldn't put so much on. We're gonna be like blended. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go and put on some of my foundation. And yes, I wear a lot of foundation. But I like that look. Like, I either like to be completely natural or have all my makeup on. I don't really like doing like a half-ass attempt. You know, like a natural look. Even when I do a natural look, I still like a strong base. So I'm patting this in with a Real Techniques. This is a sculpting brush. I love using this for my foundation. It's just so good. It's so soft, it's so fluffy, it's easy peasy to use. I'm gonna take it down my neck a little bit just because I am super pale. I just love the look of that illuminator when it comes through my foundation. I just love it. But I've actually not tried a beauty blender. I have kind of had one used on me by my sister, Catherine, hey girl, but I didn't like it. I felt like it was so, I don't know, wet, and I felt like I wasn't getting anything put on me. I don't know, I need to give it another try. I need to like sit down and really think about using said beauty blender if I'm going to use it. Okay, so that is me nearly done with foundation. Oh my god, I think you guys just saw my bingo wings there. Like I'll have to edit that. Okay, so base. So I do is I just like to have my base, and then I like to do a second little layer. But if you watch my videos, you'll notice I do this. Sorry, I have the most raggedy nail. Okay, so I'm gonna go on and do my brows now. So to do my brows, I like to set them with a little bit of powder, just so it takes off the excess of the foundation that I've just used. And I plucked my eyebrows finally, the other day, yesterday, I went so long without doing them. I feel brand new. So I just like to give them a little comb, but actually don't even look at the brush, and I'm just gonna damp them a little bit because I actually put a lot of foundation over them. Don't even look at this pencil that I'm using. It's Maybelline brow pencil. I literally bought this a couple of weeks ago and it is teeny tiny now. The wax is just far too soft, so I am constantly sharpening it. Like every time I use it, I have to resharpen, and it's just ridiculous. Like it is so bad. Okay. So I'm just gonna go in and fill in my eyebrows now. I'm filling in my eyebrows less and less lately. I just like to give them more of a shape and more of a definition. But I'm trying to like just go over my natural brow as it stands. Everybody's got a good eyebrow and a bad eyebrow. This is my good eyebrow, this one, and boom. It's just so annoying. If you notice me talking like that, it's because we're watching True Blood and the accent is just stuck in my head. We're so into it right now. I don't know what we're gonna watch afterwards, so if anyone has any good box set ideas, that will do just now. Okay, so I am going to be using my Carly Bible palette. I love this. This is from BH Cosmetics, and if you guys haven't gone there before, it's such a good website. It is an American site, and they sell things like if you watch any beauty bloggers, like most of their products will be sold on BH Cosmetics. You get brushes, you get accessories, boxes, bags, things like that. And this is the palette right here. So you get 4 highlighters and then 10 eyeshadows. It's just really fun. I think this was like $11 when I got it, and it's so beautiful. It's so shimmery. I love the colors. And you can get like Ashley Tisdale's Illuminate products there as well. That's the next thing I'm gonna get for sure. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in with one of the highlighters. So it's like the palest one that I'm gonna use, this one here. I'm just gonna use this to highlight under my brow bone. This. And then a little bit into the corners. Like that. And then I'm gonna take a tiny little brush. This is actually an accent brush by Real Techniques. So I just dampen it just with a wet wipe, and I'm gonna go in with that same highlighter and just give that a little bit more pop right under the brow bone, because we're going for like this dewy pink lip. This will look super nice. Okay, and I'm gonna put a little bit in the corners of my eye as well. So to do that, I like just scrunch my eye a little bit, and I just take it into the corner like this. Just like dab it. And we can always do a little extra layer at the end. Okay. So first of all, I need a little bit of a cut crease because I can't really live without cut crease. I feel like my eyes are naked if I don't do a cut crease. So I'm gonna take another Real Techniques brush, and this is a base shadow brush, so something that's nice and fluffy, nice and light. And I'm just gonna go in with my Cocoa Contour Kit in the darker colors. I love using this as my cut crease go-to color because it's so matte. The color is just so neutral, it really goes with anything, and it's so blendable. So cut creases are super simple. So I just go in with a little bit of product, and I take my brush, and you just follow around your socket. It's so simple. So you just follow around like where you feel your eyeball ending and just little circular motions. I hardly even take the brush off my skin because I don't really have to. And then I like to take it up on my arch to make my eyes look thicker. And then we just have a little blend. I'm so lucky it's such a sunny day, so I feel like the lighting. Okay. So now I'm gonna take one of my MAC brushes. The code is like since dyed. It's such an old brush. And I'm gonna dampen this as well. I love dampening my brushes because I feel like I get such a stronger pigment out of whatever it is that I'm using. And especially with the eyeshadow that I'm gonna go in and use because we really want the pigment to come out. Okay, so the eyeshadow that I'm gonna be using is Urban Decay. I don't know why I kind of like it. And this is in the color Fireball. Now we were in town and we saw this and I swatched it on my hand, and a little bit later on, Stuart was with me and he was like, Tanya, look at your hand. And I looked at my swatch and it was just like this pink rose gold, like magic unicorn color. I was like, I'm going back to buy it. I need it. I need it right now. It almost had like a blue hue. It was so gorgeous. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and put this all over my eye socket. And I'm gonna pat it on because I really want the pigment, and I really, can you see that? And I really want the tones to come out. And I'm gonna put that as close to my eye socket as possible. Do you see how rose gold that is? It's just so beautiful. When I do pictures, I'll try and do one like with a flash on so you guys can really get a feel of that pigment. So you see I'm just patting it on like that, you know, rather than really sweeping it across. Because I really want the pigment to stick. And I want the color to bake on my eyelids. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go in again and I'm gonna put an extra layer in the corners because this is where I really wanna accent the color. That's just so beautiful. I don't know if you can like see it, but it actually like sometimes it looks peach, sometimes it has a rose gold tone, and then it's really pink with a blue hue. Gold undertones is just so beautiful. You have to get this. Okay. So I'm just gonna have a little sweet blend in here. A little bit more of my highlight on this eye because I went over it a little bit. I like to go in and fill the brows in at the end because after all the product's been on, it needs redoing anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and do my liquid line. I bought this from MAC and it's called Liquid Lash Liner and it's teeny tiny. But the tip is just so tiny. It is so small, it's barely there. The brush itself is really soft. It's super hard to use. So, and I think I'm gonna do a half flick today. So a half flick is when I start in the middle of my eye rather than from the corner. And sometimes I just prefer it because I feel like it makes me look more awake. I probably won't talk much during this because, like I said, it is super hard to use this. But the color and the intensity of this line is just too good not to use. And another really bad thing about it is if it goes on your eyelashes, it almost creates like an eyelash glue sort of consistency. But I mean, you can't argue with the staying power and, you know, the color, the blackness of this eyeliner, so I guess that's why I go back and use it. I'm sorry if you can't see. So when I'm doing like an angle flick like this, I like to start off on the lash line first, and then I create the flick. And I like to take it out at the corners. Like, do you ever get nervous when you're putting on false eyelashes for like a really big night out and you've got so much pressure? It's like, oh my god, just don't talk to me, I have pressure. That's what it's like using this. It's like, don't move, nobody speak. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and do my lashes, and I'm gonna be using Better Than Sex mascara. I love this mascara, it's so fun. I love the brush, I love how it dips in the middle, how it's almost got like an hourglass figure, because it makes it super easy for me to zigzag my lashes to get that fullness and that thickness. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and do my lashes. And I love doing this motion. Like a little zigzag, and I blink while I do my lashes so that my eyelashes are going heavy onto the brush. They're soaking up the product. I just love how fluffy, long this makes my lashes. Okay, and I'm gonna go in and curl them. Because obviously our lashes get dusty when we do our eyeshadow. So I like to go over each lash and make sure that it's nice and black. Sorry, it's hard to see. I'm trying to like do it in the mirror, but so you guys can see at the same time. At the same time, try not to have the biggest double chin on my video. Sometimes I look back at my videos and I'm doing the most horrible faces, like I'm like, what? And then like freeze frames or something, or like a thumbnail will be selected and I'll just be like. So I'm trying to always do like a pretty face. Which we know doesn't happen when we do makeup. We pull the most ugly faces when we put our makeup on. If you guys do like a funny face, you should send me a picture. I mean, this mascara is almost so intense when you first buy it. I almost like it like 10 tries after, so that it's not as intense. You know, just so it's a little bit softer. Okay, do you see it? How pretty is that? You see that highlight? It's so popping now. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with my concealer and a little bit more of foundation. So as always, I'm using my Naked Skin concealer in shade Light Warm. I like to take it under my eyes and make sort of like a triangle shape like this. I like to go down my nose, up my forehead a little bit, and on my chin. I have really dry skin on my chin, especially after I've been at work because the fans just dry out my skin so badly. It's just horrible. Okay, so I start off by dabbing in the foundation look that I just did. Just like we did before, just gentle dabs. Like this. I like to leave the concealer just to bake a little bit on my skin, just so it soaks in. Into the ears. And neck. Finish. Oh my god, imagine if you guys ever left the house and only done one eyebrow or forgot to do your eyebrows and you look in the mirror and you're like, oh my god, like, I have to go home sick. Imagine if you did that with your concealer. You just left the house and you were like, hey. And then I go in and dab my concealer. I'm just so in love with this eyeshadow. The light has moved a little bit over to my window instead of my doors. Please come in. I've been looking at getting heated lamps, but I haven't got a clue where to start looking for these things. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with powder to set everything, and I'm using MAC Studio Fix in NC15, so it's the same color as my foundation. I'm going to take my Real Techniques powder brush. This is a buffing brush, and I like to go in and then I like to just pat it on my skin. Okay, so my camera overheated a little bit, so there's a tiny little pause there, but all I've done is have a sip of water and fill in my brows. Just with a shadow, that's all I've done. Okay, so we were on powder, so I'm just patting it into my skin, just like so. And somebody told me once that if you do circular motions on your face and you have like thin hairs on your face, then it tangles them up and it makes them more obvious. So now I just like to pat my powder on rather than, you know, go crazy with the circles. Okay. So I'm just gonna go in and add a little bit of contour using my contour brush from Real Techniques. I love these, they're like rose gold, I just love the color. Honestly, if they sold poo that was rose gold, I'd probably buy it. Okay, so I'm going in with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Deep, which I'm at pan and it's just killing me. Okay, so I do this face, and then like Charlotte Tilbury says, follow the hollow. And that's literally what we've done. Okay, and I like to do a little bit on my hairline because these are the places that the sun would naturally hit our face. I mean, I never used to do this, but now I couldn't leave the house without doing like the shading. Put a little bit under my jaw. And I'm gonna take my Cocoa Contour Kit again. And damn, I used my eyeshadow brush for that. Okay, I'll take this fluffy brush, pointed foundation brush from Real Techniques, and I'm gonna go with my contour kit in the darker colors, and I'm gonna contour my nose. So I just come from the eyebrow down. You might not notice a difference if you start contouring your nose. Like you'll think, okay, this is just kind of weird. Like, is it pointless? But once you start taking photos and you realize, oh, it smells so good. being on a diet and using Too Faced products and smelling chocolate. It's so fun. Okay, so all I've done is 2 lines here, a line across here, and then I've shaded in the underneath of my nose. I'm just gonna do like underneath my lip a little like this. Okay, and then I leave that for a little bit. And then I'm gonna go in with the Carly Beeble palette again. And I'm gonna be mixing these 2 colors together with a fantail. I really want one of those huge fantail brushes you get, like the ginormous ones. Oh, I want that so bad. Okay, and I'm gonna highlight the middle of my nose and the tip a little bit. I'm gonna do my cheeks. I love this highlighter. The only criticism I would have is that it doesn't last all day. It does fade. And it's hard to take like a huge palette like that with you wherever you're going. And I'm gonna put a little bit on my forehead. Okay, now I'm gonna go in and blend this contour lines that I've done. Just with your foundation brush that you've been using. I'm just going with that. And it looks like it's disappearing, but what we've done is we've created like shading. Okay, so when we turn in angles like for our photos and stuff, that will pick up. Okay, so now to finish off for the lovely dewiness, I'm gonna go in and use Dame in my MAC blusher. I love this blusher. I'm gonna use my little setting brush. Real Technique, it's a beautiful pink color. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna do like the balls of my cheeks. I just love pink tones. I just find them so easy to wear and they're so fun. And I like putting the blusher on the balls of my cheeks because then when people are looking into my eyes and they think, oh, they're so pink, I think, oh, look, your cheeks are so pink too. And then I go over that with my powder brush just to blend it in. And mattify it a little bit. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and do my lips. So I'm gonna take my Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in Pillow Talk. If you guys don't have this, then get it. We can't be friends if you don't have this, okay? Because what it does is, this is the softest, most beautiful, luxurious lip liner I have ever used. It is so soft, and the color adapts to the pigment of your lips, which makes it an amazing universal lip liner. So regardless of what color we're using, it'll work. Okay, so for lips, I'm so excited. I'm gonna use my Christmas present from Stuart, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Lips Mini Lipstick Charms. I just love these, look. And it has 3 little mini lipsticks inside. And they each have little bows. They're so cute. Okay, so the one I'm gonna use is actually the one I just picked up. This is called Amazing Grace. And if you know your Charlotte Tilbury products, I mean, I always blab on about Charlotte Tilbury. It's like, Charlotte Tilbury, Charlotte Tilbury, Charlotte Tilbury. You know my friend Charlotte Tilbury? This one is perfect. This one is the most perfect raspberry red. It is just so beautiful. So I'm gonna go in and use this now. How perfect is that? Let me get rid of this switch. Okay, and I'm actually going to leave my under eye, I think. Do a little extra mascara. And I think I'll do a little bottom lash line? Yeah, definitely. Just because I want this look to be flirty and fresh. And I'm going to go in with just a little bit more highlighter. Remember on that tiny little brush we were using, this one? I'm going to go in and just do the corners of my eyes again. Just to make that little bit pop. There we go. Okay, so that is my finished look. Cute poses. I feel really funny doing the poses, but in the videos it looks super cool. How much do you love the lips? Blow kisses. Okay, so if you guys really liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and share the link on your Facebook pages or your social media, because I really want to be famous and work from home and do makeup videos. Love you.